Hi, my name is Allen Clayton. I'm running for Kansas State House of Representatives in District 78 of Olathe. I have been an Olathe resident for the last 13 years. I've been a Kansas resident for about 41 of my 43 years. I have been married for 16 years to my wife Christy. I have two boys, Michael who's 9, Alex who's 5. And I've been a stay-at-home dad, work-at-home dad for the last 9 years or so, where I have worked to raise our boys. I have homeschooled Michael just this past year. We decided to homeschool, and Alex goes to public school, and hopefully we can stay on that course. I decided to run for election because we were doing a civics lesson with Michael for his social studies, and he asked the wrong question. He asked me, how do you get elected in Kansas? And I said, I don't know, let's look it up. So we went on the Kansas website, we looked it up, and I've wanted to run for office. I've kind of flirted with it at different points over the last 20 years, but I always missed the deadline by about 45 days. And this time when we looked it up, we realized that we had not missed the deadline. We were 3 weeks before it. So we went to the election office, got some information, came back a couple weeks later, filled out the information, took the money and the information to Topeka. Voila, I'm on the ballot. Currently, I thought it would be a good idea to run just to show him what civics is like, and also we needed to have an opponent for our current representative in this district. We have a serious issue with school funding, and that needs to be corrected. Kansas is the laughingstock of the entire country on school funding. We actually have excellent schools in this state. It's just that the funding is messed up. And eventually, when you don't have funding correct, the schools suffer, and then the education standards will suffer as well. And we can't let that happen to our kids. Can't let that happen in the future of Kansas. Can't let that happen in the future of the country. I'm an outsider. I've never run for office before. When I first started this process, I thought this is cute. I'm going through the process to learn what it's like so he can learn. And then I thought, well, I have to have a coherent thought rather than just random ramblings that most of us have when we're discussing politics. And then after I did my first event last week, I realized that I have to win. We cannot send our current leadership back to Topeka. So if you want to help replace the leadership in Topeka, there's a few things you can do. Number one, campaigns cost money. You can always make a campaign contribution. Even if $5 is all you can give, or $1, that's wonderful. If 500 people gave $5 to those candidates running against incumbents, that's $2,500 for their campaign, and that's probably more than enough to get things done. Number two, we need help. We need help getting the word out, letting people know who we are and why we're running, letting people know there's an option for the current leadership, to replace the current leadership in Topeka. And number three, we just get the word out with your neighbors. Talk to your neighbors. Let them know that there is an alternative to who's out there. There's a name on the ballot. And lastly, number four, please get out and vote. You got to vote. If you want to replace the leadership in Topeka, you have the power to do that by voting. The primary is August 2nd, and if you're interested, if you don't know if you're in my district or not, my district is I-35 between 143rd and 151st, and it runs east to about not quite Merlin, and then it drops south to 159th and still 143rd, and then just on the other side of Black Bob it drops down and it becomes Black Bob to 159th all the way to just a little to about Flum. Please get out and vote. The schools that are encompassed, I may not name them all, but the schools that are encompassed in that area, Havencroft is not in the boundaries, but there are people that live in the boundaries of Havencroft. Heritage Elementary, Arbor Creek, Brom, and Black Bob, and I think part of Liberty View Elementary is also in that. So basically, behind Olathe South, behind Austin's, behind the old Price Chopper, behind Hy-Vee, and over around Black Bob Bay, those are the districts that's the district that I cover. I hope that you get out and vote, even if you don't vote for me. If you really support my opponent, please do. Please get out and vote. You know, get involved in the process. And I want to thank you all for watching this video. And I hope to see you as I'm walking around meeting people in the neighborhood. Thank you.